I've been making music for over 20 years now. I'm used to using certain patterns of melodies and rhythmics. I'm listening to specific music. I've got a taste in music.
Yeah, can you maybe tell us first who you are and what you do?
I'm Kenneth Estrada y Santiago. I'm a musician here in Berlin and I'm creating art, like ambient, like pop music I'd say, and also I do some artwork for my project and I also have a YouTube channel.
As a musician, I like to play guitar, keys, keyboards, singing, bass guitar, drums. All this, writing songs, producing songs, and also performing music. I tried to have lessons when my father discovered that I very enjoyed music and that I also wanted to learn instruments. He wanted to send me to a school and I missed the first 15 minutes of the first lesson, and so it was just half an hour, so I just had 15 minutes left, and these 15 minutes felt so incredibly long and exhausting for me that I decided that a school is not the way I want to learn music. I want to learn music more intuitively. I want to learn it on my own. It was never really hard to play an instrument, at least this instrument I chose. I think for some people a skill is easier than for someone else, a specific skill. But I don't think that another one is absolutely not able to do it. I think someone who is very easy with a skill just enjoys it very much. You lose yourself in something. While you're losing yourself in it and while you're trying out stuff, you're actually practicing already. But I don't really think that there's some genius. If I would write a #1 hit that everyone is singing to, I wouldn't think that I'm a genius. I hit a spot of an emotion of people that they are really enjoying. Accidentally.
Gazing from the highest building of the city, up my arms are rising, tell myself so this is the end. So this is the end.
People want to look up to someone, something that they don't understand, to something that is bigger than themselves, something like a god. And they're creating gods. And if there's something that we don't understand but that someone else is able to do, then it's for us something magical. But for the one who's actually doing it, it's been practiced. There's a story behind it. People like to be entertained, I think. And they like to dream and they like to set themselves big goals. Sometimes it's just for going on. Creativity, I'd say, something that just comes to me on its own. Of course, I would say it's very important for me, but on the other side, it's something like sleeping, drinking, breathing. It's just happening all the time. I'm just forced to create something. When I was a child, for example, I was drawing a lot, and give me a sheet of paper and I'm forced to draw something on it, and I don't know. Now that I'm grown up, I
like to draw and also to work on artwork on a computer with, let's say, Photoshop or so, for cover artwork and also for stuff that is connected to my online promotion, or can also be some motion pictures for a YouTube channel. Yeah, everything is kind of connected.
Was fehlt?
If it's like I want to finish a song and there are some parts missing, then it's sometimes like I would force ideas to come. If it's kind of a beginning process of a song, when let's say I'm jamming for myself on an instrument and something is happening that sounds like a good song, then everything sometimes happens on its own.
This natural process is something that I cannot stop, that can happen when I go to sleep or when I'm under the shower or on my way to work or something like that. It can be a thought, it can be a dream, it can be a feeling that you just have, and you don't think about anything particular or so, and then it's just like happening and an idea is coming up. It can be annoying because sometimes you're in your normal everyday life and you have to be concentrated on more important stuff, but then you have an idea and sometimes an idea can feel very important as well. Yeah, as an artist it's very important to you and you have to follow that path through, and so sometimes you're not that concentrated in moments you actually have to be concentrated, and or sometimes you cannot sleep when you actually need sleep.
Of course I'm a dreamer. I see something and I don't understand it and I have kind of an interest in it.
Sometimes it's just the purpose of doing it. It can be something very healing for yourself. When it's finished, you can show it to other people. You have kind of the feeling that it could help other people as well. And if not, it helped you at least.
Hey everybody, it's Kenneth again.
Hey everybody, it's Kenneth again.
Hey guys, this is Kenneth from the Berlin Shoegazer channel on YouTube. And
My YouTube channel is called Shoegazer. On this channel I teach guitar or a specific guitar style. I also show people how I produce at home. I also promote effect pedals and music gear that I really like and that I think that could be interesting for other people, in order to give people the possibility to create things on their own. And also I do interviews with bands and pedal builders.
And then you have a feedback loop.
Actually, social media is everything. You can be the best singer, but if you're not able to use social media for yourself, no one will know. You have to be the booker, you have to be the producer, you have to be the promoter, you have to be the film company behind yourself, you have to be everything. And that takes also a lot of time that you actually need to be creative with the actual art behind it. You spend more time promoting, doing the artwork, doing the film, doing everything around music.
Was ich super kann, ist und das kann ich auch. So, und
Someone who never learned an instrument and who created a great song on his computer but knows how to promote it can be very successful today. If you're not able to play the instrument anymore, but you want to be able to create art, you need to be able to use the tools of 2018, like the DAWs, like Pro Tools, Cubase, Ableton Live. You can now create a whole symphony using an audio software, and it can sound nearly exactly like a real orchestra, and you are able now to show people your ideas very concrete, what wasn't possible in earlier days that way. The biggest advantage to being a musician today is that you can instantly share your pieces with the world, with the internet. This is very cool because you can be creative everywhere while you can share it with everyone. It's overwhelming. You have the responsibility to create something that outstanding in this mass of art that there's also a lot of pressure. Composition and also interpretation needs a bit of each other actually. So if you want to compose something, you need inspiration. And inspiration means that there is a source, something that already exists where you take your inspiration from. And interpretation always needs some composing as well, because you cannot copy something completely. You always put in something on your own because you are you, and it's not possible to do else. Jamming with yourself is sometimes harder and takes more time because you have to do every process on your own. And jamming with people together is, you don't have control over it completely, but everything happens very fast. I like both situations, but also, let's say you like to have a gig. In every situation you play faster or slower, the mood is different, the people are different around you, the setting is different, mistakes are happening, and everything together is creating something completely new. For me as an artist, my biggest goal is to use the modern technology and the modern sounds, but to find a way to create it live on a stage that is still impressing for me and that still feels classic. But it should sound like the century that I live in, to connect the best of both worlds. I think music has this great power to connect. If it's able to connect with the emotion of someone else, then it has done the job.
« 118 artistes de 21 pays ont peint le mur longeant la Mühlenstraße en 1990.
I've got a taste in music. I also got a taste in dressing or in drawings or in paintings or in films. Also in people I meet. You also have a taste in conversations you like to have with other people or people that are like-minded or something like that. And all this together is forming your character, and this character is forming art. This is what I would say is me in the end. But this has just happened because of my story. If I had made other decisions in my past, this me could look completely different and the music could sound different, and also the way ideas come to me could be different. I think my brain is connecting the points of my past and of all the things I experienced, things that could be beautiful. It wants to enjoy life, and I also want to enjoy life. To bring it on a spiritual level, maybe that's also what the universe is intended to do. Because I'm also just a being from the universe, so look up there. It looks beautiful.